That again. I'll try that again. Good morning. How is everybody today? All right, so I was just a little lost before. I was 150% in the weeds for all of you as look, we started touching upon super prompts, right? So does everyone know what a prompt is? Kind of. Okay, good. Do you know what a super prompt is? A super prompt is all of my time as a real estate agent, all of my time coaching people. Like, I know there's one thing you care about when you guys use AI and you want any kind of coaching. You just want things that you can use, right? And you want it to be easy and you want it to be intuitive. And you simply just want to provide information and technology to the rest of you. Does anyone else feel that way besides me? All right. So I believe last week we touched upon like a past client follow-up plan, right? So I have gone completely in the weeds, reformatted the whole prompt. I'm going to share it with you, and we're going to do it today. Cherish, you're going to be my subject. And do you know how many pages long this prompt is? Five. It is
Hmm.
five Google Doc pages long. Yeah, let me just pull this up for everybody. I'm not kidding you when I went in the weeds. I'm sitting here like I'm like, what the hell? Like, no, it needs this, it needs that, it doesn't have that. So in the end, we built the prompt. So all you have to do is put the information in, and it's going to give you a 6 month follow-up plan. And now we've edited the plan where you can just put in the date that you want the plan to start, and it'll go 6 months out. It's pretty cool. All right, let me just pull this up. All right, so when I'm telling you that this is like in the weeds, take a look at this. Yes, this is all one prompt. So you go in here and copy, you're going here and pasting. I'm gonna minimize this. All right, so if you're in ChatGPT, I don't know in which plan version this necessarily is in, but I'm gonna click this little button here in a temporary chat. The reason I want to use the temporary chat in this case is I don't want it to be influenced by any of its past memories, right? So based on the way that I work with ChatGPT and the way that anybody does, it's going to reference your past chats, things it knows about you. And in this case, I want a blank slate. So I'm going to go in here and I'm just going to paste in the prompt, Cherish, and mute yourself. And here we go. So the first question, Cherish, what month will your 6 month campaign begin?
It'll begin on July 1st, 2025.
Preferred communication that fits your relationship style building, right? Monthly, one thoughtful touch point a month, milestone based only for significant events, or hybrid, monthly plus milestone based.
Hybrid.
Real estate information. See, you notice how to have often would you like to include non-salesy, helpful real estate related insights. See, like this is the cool part about having a prompt because you don't know what the heck this thing's gonna do or say, and it could get crazy. So we had to engineer this for all of you where that was the case. So you want monthly, bi-monthly, or quarterly?
For non-real estate, let's do monthly.
No, no, no. This is for real estate.
Oh, for real estate, um, bi-monthly.
Client's full name. Put my name in. Chirag Shah. Home address. Put an address where you live. Pick an address on the next street over from you or something that you know. Any listing you could pull.
We're
All
coming to
right.
your house.
Okay. What was that?
We're coming to
Oh,
your house, Cherish.
okay. Try 17709.
Whoa. I hope I can spell the word you're about to say.
West 58th Drive.
And what city and state?
That's in Golden, Colorado, 80403.
It's really funny when we do these demos, no one wants to give their actual address. And I always tell people, if you have really cool gifts you send your clients, I'm happy to give you my address and I will send you feedback on anything you send me. So I have like a whole little group of people that send these cool gifts that we get all year round. Home purchase date. All right, you can make up a date. June what?
Um, it that 1983.
You, they bought the house in 1983.
They rebuilt it in the 80s.
So when did this make pretend buyer, Chirag Shah, buy this house that you're building this campaign for?
Um, well, they built it in the 80s. So its certificate of occupancy was like 1985.
So we're assuming that somebody just bought and closed on a home.
Oh, just got it. Okay. So why don't we just use 2024?
All right, June 20th, 2024. Perfect. Home description. All right, so I'm gonna hit the microphone, which is like this little dictate button here, and you're just gonna make up the home, the styles, make up all this information. You ready? I'll give you a thumbs
Okay.
up.
All right. The home is located on a quarter-acre lot. It is 6,500 square feet. It is a main floor, entertaining living area and 2 stories, along with a basement walkout ADU or mother-in-law. It sits in the foothills, on the Front Range. What else? What other details are you looking for?
What made your clients choose it? What kind of experiences did they want to have in the home? You knew that was coming.
Yeah, all right, beautiful. So the home is a multi-generational living compound, and they really appreciated the size of the home and the fact that they could uh, have their grandparents live with them while also entertaining extended family for holidays and for long periods of time. They appreciate the access to the great outdoors, walking trails, having horse arenas close, and being able to really partake in the outdoor lifestyle in that community.
Voila. So for everyone to know this, you can always talk for most people better than writing. So use the dictate feature. It'll help you create better prompts and enunciate in words what you actually want. Describe the neighborhood vibe and community characteristics. Ready? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, go.
This is a really sweet homeowners association, a lot of community involvement. It's a relatively small HOA of about 80 homes. Everybody is, these are long-term homeowners. There's very little turnover in the community, and it's only been in the recent years that kind of the older generation is beginning to move out and a younger generation is moving in. They host community get-togethers, for 4th of July, other, events during the holidays. And it's a close-knit community where, your neighbor will bring over a cup of sugar if that's what you need to bake a pie.
I want to live there.
Yeah.
That sounds so 80s, early 90s, and awesome. Is this a forever home? Yeah, I'm just gonna write it's a forever home. Home. Family dynamics, family, 2 kids, 9, 11, 9-year-old daughter. I'm gonna use my own kids. 11-year-old son and grandparents. Anything you want to add, Cherish?
Yeah, they have grandparents living with them.
This is such like an old school home. Any notable family milestones or life events to consider?
Um, sure, I suppose. We can put in a birthday of, June 22nd. Um, and perfect.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
So, as far as lifestyle interests, they are outdoor enthusiasts. The father likes to rock climb with the kiddos. They oftentimes are taking camping trips and, doing outdoor weekend activities. They also have horses that are boarded not too far away that they ride often through the adjacent trails in the community.
Man, these people got quite a life.
I'm just making it up.
Somewhere, someone somewhere is living like this, right?
There are small truths woven in.
Yeah.
Sign me
What's it
up.
like? Two truths. It's like the game Two Truths and a Lie.
Yeah.
All right, ready? What do you currently do? Client gifts, handwritten notes, client appreciation, newsletters, holiday greetings. Are you an all of
Yes.
the above person?
I'm sorry.
Which ones of these? So this is asking you now, what are your existing client touches, right? So this is an
Yes.
opportunity for all of us to say, this is what I'm doing, this is what I would like to do.
Certainly. So, I reach out to my clients on a monthly basis through a newsletter. I do a pop by, at least once a year, along with a coffee date once a year. There are two larger client appreciation events that are hosted through the team that I'm on. And one of those includes, like it's during the holidays pie giveaway. The other one is more of a um, golf tournament client appreciation / carnival situation.
Tell your team leaders, well done. All right, what's your monthly budget for gifts and gestures?
Oh, interesting.
This is where all the pages come from. I think all this weird stuff. I'm gonna say $15 to $20, right? For gifts and also provide links to where I can buy and a personal, thoughtful, handwritten note message to accompany. It starts asking you, right? So I'm gonna, in this case, say you can make suggestions, decide what you think is best. That is what I have you for. Sometimes you gotta whip this thing back into shape. It's like it'll ask you, so what do you think I should do? I don't know. That's what you're here for, right? Now it asks you your voice. Section 8, personal branding communication style. How would you
Mm,
describe your voice? Friendly and casual?
yeah. Yeah.
With a name like that, I would hope so. Balance of personal, automated. I'm going to say personal. How much time can you realistically spend per month per client on this follow-up?
I mean, we're creating an automation, right?
So this could
So,
be,
like, if
we'll
it's an
say,
hour a week,
no, that's a lot for one client. Balance personal
oh,
and
it's for one.
automations. Per month, I'm going to say 30 minutes. Ideally less. Now think about where all this information normally lives. It's your head, right?
Or the CRM.
I would hope so. If you guys follow our CRM system, yeah. And like if you're using a Plod note, I have to show you guys something that I did today in here with like a med C. It'll blow your mind away. There's so many cool things I'm finding here. It's really like the more I go in the weeds in this, the more excited I am to share things with you. So look at this. July, a gift and a note, right? It has gift, locally made s'mores, kids or family, city bonfires night. It gives a link to it. Note, hope your summer adventures off to a great start. Thought this might be fun for your next week in the wild. Grateful to know family like yours. Decent note, right? This is everything. It has a link and everything. Gift and note, real estate insight, gesture and invite, gesture and note, real estate insight, right? And now you can go in here and you could continue to prompt this, right? Like, I would like to add a local newsletter monthly about the best things to do in Golden for a family. You see how, like, we did this in like 20 minutes. If you're doing this on your own, I would say give me all the questions at once. I'd hit the dictate thing and take you 5 minutes to talk through all of those.
Can I ask a question?
Mhm.
So on the newsletters, it will actually help us write a newsletter because
Yeah,
like the general newsletters I use, people don't, they're just so you know,
generic.
generic, yes. And nobody's interested.
Also, do you know much about like click and open rates in regards to like newsletters versus personal, more seemingly, less bulk? And would it potentially be better to orient these towards a more personalized message if we were
Well,
going to
here's
use?
the thing, right? Like if you put in like what kind of touches and you put in I want to create a world-class weekly newsletter based on their things and stuff, you can pull the content in here. Like I'm just scratching the surface here with all this information, right? Um, Look, in the end of the day, like Cherish, how old are your kids?
I have a 3-year-old.
Okay, kid. Are you not
Yeah.
looking somewhere to bring your 3-year-old every weekend so you're not just sitting aimlessly at home? Like I know as being a parent, my kids are 9 and 11. I especially remember when they're 3, 4, 5, like just sitting in the house trapped like that, it's a lot, right?
Feeling trapped.
So look, what I wanted to share with you guys is you can build your whole plan here, right? And with this prompt here, let me just give you all the I will give you guys all the link to it so you can click it and you don't have to wait to get started. Because I know many of you will want to. Now, here's the thing that you want to know about this. You can go in and edit the prompt. Like you could go in there and say for notes, like provide provide the text for any note that you suggest. Newsletter, provide me full detailed out written out newsletters in the table. So you can go in here and edit this. There's different things you could do, but it's just starting to scratch the surface again of like where the future of your business is, right? So let me show you this. All right, how many people applaud note a Med C? Anybody here? Cherish, come on, I'm disappointed in you as my volunteer. Well, now after I see this, 100% you're going to want to do it. So look,
Mary and Stacy are your volunteers today.
I uploaded a pre-qualification doc, right? So like I med see Charlie, the VA guru, he's in the office today. And so I took the med C. And then I built it in here, and these are the instructions I gave it. Prior to giving suggestions, review the knowledge base in the files to influence all your decisions. So I'm telling it, hey, go to this document to influence all your decisions. Don't just make up a bunch of random shit, because believe me, it will do that. And I'm sure everyone's experienced it. It's like, where did you even come up with this? It's predictive responses based on whatever you write. Make sure to apply critical thinking. If not, it rushes. Logic, it could say things that don't make sense. Reasoning, and check your work 10 times and make sure that anything you suggest is not a real estate fair housing violation. It's compliance. So check this out. This was like a thread that I had before. Based on Charlie's pre-qualifying, what should I focus on during my buyer consultation to make him want to hire me based on him feeling I will help him reach his goals, right? It says reinforce that you are a proactive, strategic, and efficient partner who will remove all the friction from the process while helping him achieve his lifestyle goals. So it says Charlie's primary goals, his expectations, his disappointments, and he had no concerns. What he wants help with, right? Maybe here's a summary script. It asked me if I want a consultation agenda. This goes through the whole consultation agenda. Optional leave behind. Now, time efficiency is important to Charlie. What steps can we take now where he finds the apartment he wants now? So this gives me a whole list of things that I can prepare for him. How do I introduce Compass One based on his goals during the consultation? Set it up tied to his goals, deliver the information. Right now, it's telling me how to pitch Compass One. So now here's where it gets even more interesting. Draft me an email I can send him in advance that highlights the Compass One system in connection with his specific goals as a preview. Do not make the email salesy, and not extensively long. Preview how I'll make this process seamless for you. Charlie, ahead of our meeting, I want to give you a quick preview of how to keep everything organized and stress-free as we search for your new place. I use a platform called Compass One. It's a centralized system where everything from the homes we're considering to real-time updates, timelines, documents, and communication all live in one place. It's designed so you, and goes back to his MedC, don't have to chase down details or project manage anything. You'll always know what's happening and what's next without it taking up mental space. I'll show you how it works during our consultation. Just want you to know this isn't the typical process. It's tailored to support your goals around content creation, work-life balance, and making this move as seamless as possible. Looking forward to connecting. How crazy is that? Like if you were doing that and you uploaded your listing presentation too, like it only gets more interesting. All right, so let me ask you all some questions. Do you find this complicated to do? Yes or no?
No,
No.
not with your information.
Thank you. Well, that's my goal, right? So I was recording a video today and our videographer asked like, what do you see your role as a coach is? So I've talked to a lot of different coaches. That's a good question. I said I look at it as a partnership, right? So I have to bring someone a baton, right? Like I hand you the baton and you take it to the finish line. They goes, well, what do you like? Explain this to me. I'm like, look, I need to do the work for people, meaning like I need to make taking action on the coaching as easy as humanly possible, right? Then I need to be able to package it and give it to them and communicate it in a way that they have the confidence to go do it. And it's either copy and paste, or in this case, copy, paste, answer questions. And they need to then take the baton and actually time block, tackle, and get the work done. That is how our partnership works. He's like, that's pretty incredible. I said, I know, right? We came up with our own system and people seem to like it. So this is what this is. So this is your future now, right? So we are going to be having a lot more of this from the next quarter on. You'll never hear me ever stop talking about this. I am more in the weeds in this than you could ever humanly imagine. My kids are probably very tired of hearing me talk about this, but I did see my 9-year-old and my 11-year-old teach their 48-year-old aunt how to use ChatGPT the other day, which is pretty freaking cool. Right? So this is where the future is going. They started having voice activated assistants through 11 labs. Like it goes on and on and on and on and on. So like, if this was like the blue pill or the red pill, it's a matrix. I took the red pill and I went all the way down the rabbit hole because I know the best thing that I can do to support all of you is learn how to do it, make the prompts, figure it out, and just show you how to do this, right? So everyone has that new project button, start a project, upload the files, and everything you need to do and figure out with your client based on all the words that they told you are done for you. That's it. Now, here's the $1 million thing. If you don't know how to talk to people, it's not going to work. Let me read you all a message today. So it says, this is from my buddy Justin Martinez. It's right here. Chirag, remember when we role played for hours to get me good on the phone? Mind you, this is like during COVID and the few years after that. Signed a $5.5 million listing and a $6 million listing from cold calling in the last 30 days, and about to sign a $2.5 million, $1 million too. Appreciate you. It works.
So that means, so you're gonna cold call with all of us. You're gonna role play with all of us.
I don't need you to cold call people because that's like until you could actually like role play the conversations of the listing presentation, the buyer consultation, right? You don't want to get into cold calling, right? He was in a place where he did not have a big book of business, did not know a ton of people, and he had to start from zero. So he just started calling people. He's like, how do I get better at this? How do I organize my business, right? Many of you have seen Justin here through the years, and he'll tell you his entire business. He's like, you built my whole business on a system. It's the same system we're sharing today, but now it's incrementally getting better. Look, all of this AI stuff will change your life. We even have another prompt. I still have to tweak it a little bit, but this one I'm like really excited about. Not that I'm not excited about this other one, but this one's pretty cool too. Imagine you could run a CMA, you could upload the CMA here, put the prompt in, and it'll break down the whole CMA in a very thoughtful, luxury, consultative style way and present it to the client. And all you have to do is put in the upload the CMA and put in the offer price range you want. That's it, done. Do you know how much time that will save you? Scaled out through the year. Do you know how much time this will save you? Scaled out through the year. And we're just making more and more and more and more. And the cool part
I have
is,
a question.
yeah.
Is this the $20 a month chat GPT that we should buy? Or is it the free one? It's the $20 a month chat GPT.
The $20 version.
Right, okay. Okay.
100%. All right. So now, Cherish, you have to take the baton and get these people really good at role playing and how to talk to people. All right. So can we make Cherish a host?
Oh.
Should be somebody still here, I think.